There comes a moment in life, a moment where you finally look at someone and think, you're not draining my life because you're powerful. You're draining it because I allowed you to. And that's the day everything changes. Because emotionally intelligent people, the ones who have suffered, healed, risen, and rebuilt themselves, don't just escape toxic people. They learn how to handle them with wisdom, strength, and absolute clarity. Today, I'm going to reveal something that will transform how you think, how you react, and how you protect your peace. The 13 ways emotionally intelligent people handle toxic people without losing themselves. This is not just knowledge. This is survival. This is healing. This is power. So sit deep. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart, because one day this message will save you. Emotionally intelligent people know something powerful. Not every cry deserves attention. Not every complaint deserves your energy. There are people who don't want solutions. They want to stay broken because comfort exists in their misery. They complain to drain your spirit, to dump their negativity into your mind, to make you feel responsible for problems they created. But emotionally intelligent people, they set boundaries like warriors. They listen, but they don't absorb. They help, but they don't sink. They steer every negative conversation into a constructive question. So what are you going to do about it? Do you know what that does? It forces the toxic person to face themselves. And that alone makes them run. Emotionally intelligent people didn't become strong by accident. They became strong because life threw them into storms that most people would never survive. They've failed. They've fallen. They've been broken by toxic people before. But they learned this truth. You don't lose if you fall. You lose when you stop standing back up. When dealing with toxic people, they don't collapse. They don't retreat. They choose their battles wisely. But when the moment requires strength, they stand firm like mountains because they know their worth isn't negotiable. Toxic people live in chaos. They feed on emotional reactions. They want you angry, unstable, emotional, confused. Why? Because emotional chaos gives them control. But emotionally intelligent people have mastered a skill that terrifies toxic individuals. They respond with calm. They answer with clarity. They refuse to be dragged into the mud. When attacked, they don't fight fire with fire. They fight it with strategy. They treat toxic behavior like a science project. Observe, understand, but never absorb. This is how they rise above. Emotionally intelligent people know their triggers. They know their wounds. They know what hurts and why it hurts. And because they know themselves deeply, nobody can manipulate them easily. They can see through fake apologies, guilt traps, manipulative compliments, and emotional blackmail. They recognize the moment someone is trying to twist their reality. Instead of reacting, they pause, because awareness is armor. Most people drown in toxicity because their boundaries are soft like sand. Emotionally intelligent people, their boundaries are stone. They decide what they will tolerate, what they will never tolerate, who gets access, who gets distance, who gets nothing, and they're not afraid to say, no, not anymore. That doesn't work for me. Boundaries aren't walls. They are filters that protect your peace. And emotionally intelligent people protect their peace like it's oxygen. Emotionally intelligent people are not controlled by opinions. They're not desperate for validation. They don't chase approval. They know who they are. They know what they want. They know what they bring to the table. Toxic people use shame, judgment, and criticism as weapons. But emotionally intelligent people have outgrown these traps. They know someone else's opinion is not your reality. It is only their projection. And projections don't define destiny. Toxic people drown in problems. Emotionally intelligent people swim toward solutions. They don't panic. They don't overthink. They don't spiral into negativity. They ask, what can I control? What can I change? What can I let go? This mindset destroys the power toxic people have over them because a problem-focused mind drains you. A solution-focused mind frees you. Emotionally intelligent people forgive for one reason: to move on with peace, not to welcome someone back. They let go of grudges because holding on to pain poisons the soul. But forgetting? Never. Because forgetting means removing the lesson. And every toxic person teaches a lesson that must never be repeated. Forgiveness is freedom. Memory is protection. A toxic person's biggest goal is to make you question yourself. Emotionally intelligent people fight this battle from within. They speak to themselves with power. I can handle this. I choose peace. I am stronger than this moment. I am in control. They refuse to let another person's darkness become their inner voice. Their self-talk becomes their shield. Emotionally intelligent people don't run from discomfort. They sit with it, understand it, process it, and release it. They don't numb themselves with caffeine, toxicity, or emotional escapism. They regulate their mind. They ground themselves. They think before they respond. Toxic people rely on emotional impulsiveness, but emotionally intelligent people respond from a place of calm power. This terrifies manipulators. Emotionally intelligent people make rest a priority. They know a tired mind reacts, a rested mind responds, a peaceful mind sees things clearly. Sleep gives clarity. Clarity gives power. Power repels manipulation. This is why toxic people cannot control someone who is emotionally aligned and mentally grounded. Emotionally intelligent people aren't afraid to say, I need advice. I need support. I need guidance. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Toxic people want you isolated, confused, and doubtful. But emotionally intelligent people surround themselves with minds that lift them, strengthen them, and enlighten them. They don't fight battles alone. They fight with wisdom gathered from others. Toxic people are addicted to one thing: drama. An emotionally intelligent person destroys that dynamic instantly by letting go of the need to be right, to win, to prove a point. Instead, they say, this isn't worth my peace. I'm stepping away. I don't need to win this fight. And that ends the power game. Because toxic people thrive only when you participate. When you stop feeding chaos, chaos collapses. When you detach, they lose control. When you rise above, they shrink. If you're listening to this today, I want you to hear this with your whole soul. You don't need to change toxic people. You need to change your access to them. Emotionally intelligent people thrive not because the world is kind, but because they learned how to stay kind in a world that isn't. They learned how to protect their energy, their time, their purpose, and their peace. And now it's your turn. Your heart deserves peace. Your mind deserves clarity. Your soul deserves freedom. Your life deserves joy. So today, make a promise to yourself. I will rise. I will protect my peace. I will not let toxic people dictate my life. Because emotionally intelligent people aren't born. They are made through pain, through awareness, through wisdom, and through strength. And now, you are becoming one of them.